I got some bad news. It's worse than I thought. I'm heading out just to go into town, get some water, get some groceries, and look at what I see right here. This is not going to be pretty. So this is the road that's just around the corner from the camp. In fact, the camp is right there. You can see the nasty camp with they had at least 50 people there. You might have seen in a previous video what they did to that area. Not just their campsite, but that whole area is just littered with trash and nasty stuff. So here I think is going to be their poo bucket. Another one of their poo buckets full of, you know what? Yeah, and there's flies all over it. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And so they just leave it right on the side of the road here. I don't understand that thinking at all. Like, it baffles me. It just completely baffles me. I don't understand it. So we'll continue down this road and I'll see if they left any more garbage along the way. You know, like I said, they did have one bag full of trash. So that's probably out here somewhere else. They probably just threw it out somewhere along the side of the road. It's disgusting, right? It's disgusting. Other than the nastiness that they left, like, this place is kind of serene and super clean, just very, very clean. And there's a lot of people that come out here and use this area. We're in the Coconino National Forest, and it's beautiful out here. And you know, there are some ATVs. You can see my truck is covered in this brown dust, and that's from those same people doing loops right in front of my campsite over and over and over all day and all night. You know, there's nothing I could have done. Like, I could have said something to them, but it's, you know, it's not smart. I'm just one person and they were a whole bunch of people. So if they would have got upset at me and I'm camped right next to them, it's not a good situation. It's on me to move and go somewhere else. And I just kind of grinned and bared it. And, you know, next time I'm gonna make sure I leave, because it was really bad. And then now that they're gone, it's like even worse, kind of. It's quiet at least, but it's disgusting. It's horrifying. I convinced Dodger to go for a ride with us today into town. It's only about 20-30 minutes into town, and we get our supplies, then we head back. I do have one package. Hopefully it'll be there by the time we get into town, and that's Mr. Echo's GPS collar, which I'm pretty excited about that. So if you don't see that in this video, you'll see that in future videos as we test it and see how it works for this guy, because he does chase deer. Maybe once every couple months he runs off from me. You can see other people camped out here, and you know, it's really true. The people out here keep, and in most places that I go to, they keep really clean camps. You know, some people will have more stuff out in their camp than I would. You know, like they might have a lot of chairs and, you know, mats, and they'll put their flags out, and, you know, maybe they have a couple dogs running around and kids and stuff like that. But they're just so much quieter than like what I experienced, and so much more polite. They respect each other's space. They don't leave garbage behind. They use the restroom in an appropriate manner. Like, here's even somebody, looks like they set up a little gate there by their rig for their dog. But the impact that we leave as, you know, respectable campers, you know, these van lifers and people that live in their RVs or travel full time, the impact that people like that leave, it's so minimal. They're using campsites that are used regularly, and there's quite a few people out here. You can see that, but you know, I don't hear it. There's nothing loud going on. You know, it's just people being peaceful and very clean. You know, all these units have bathrooms in them, and it's really rare that I find people misusing the land, the public land. So I just want to point that out. Most campers or full-time RVers, full-time van lifers, they're, you know, generally really clean. You know, we might smell bad. Maybe we don't do our laundry all the time. But, you know, that's just a personal thing. We're not like tearing down trees. We're not just throwing our trash around. It's so easy to just store your trash in a bag and take it into town, especially if you're only going to be out for the weekend. Then it's not like you're storing tons of trash for a long period of time and it's starting to smell or something like that. It's like you just have a few days of trash to store, and then on your way into town, you can dump it off at a gas station or find a dumpster. If anything, like, even that, you know, you got to be careful. Like, you don't want to use somebody's dumpster without their permission, that kind of thing. But you can always find places that are free. And what I like to do is like I'm going to Walmart right now. I got a couple bags of trash, you know, just small bags, not like big black garbage bags, just like grocery bag size. And it's all just stuff that I bought at Walmart. You know, it's the packaging from all the stuff I bought at Walmart. So I'm going to drop that off there. It's like super easy to do. And when I get gas, I'll leave a bag or two, you know, grocery size bag, just small bags in the trash can or the dumpster at the gas station when I fill up my tank. So it's like so easy to do. That's what baffles me, is it's like it's so easy. And so what's hitting me is just like, there are groups of people and big groups of people, which is the sad thing. It's not just like, you know, two bad campers or something. This was like a huge group of families and all, you know, all different ages of people and men and women, and just to be so filthy and disgusting like that, and to have so many of them just think that that's okay, it's just so disappointing. So we're on a dirt road right now. It's turning into gravel right here. But I want to point out one thing, one technique that I have for just kind of general road safety is whenever I get off of a dirt road, I do the you know, the dummy check. So I pull over as soon as I get onto pavement, basically, or, you know, right before I get onto pavement. And I just check all the tires just to see if I picked up any nails or screws, because it has happened before. That way I can address any problems before I'm, you know, going 70 miles an hour down the freeway. So I just get out, you know, and this isn't gonna, you're not gonna be able to catch everything, but you will see if there's a big leak. You'll be able to at least see your tires getting low. And if you do just a quick check, you can cover a lot of your tire visually and just see if you picked up anything. That's just one of those things that I do that's kind of extra. Just, it gives me peace of mind, because, you know, I'm going through these dirt roads, especially, man, when people are dumping trash, like, they could be dropping screws and nails and whatever they had to set up their tents and things like that, and you pick that up on your tires, and then, you know, you get a flat on the freeway, and that's no fun. I'd much rather deal with a flat tire or some sort of a tire issue out here where there's plenty of shade, no traffic, and I got all the time in the world to fix it. So we're gonna head into town now. Hit that like button, let us know you're watching. We like to know you're watching. The dogs and I got a lot of stuff planned for the rest of the year, and this is what we do. We live like this full time, in the truck, in the trailer, camping, boondocking. We're hardly ever plugged in. We generate all our power. I'm going right now to go collect 25 gallons of water. There's a place in town that charges $5 for 25 gallons. So I'm gonna fill up my jugs that I got in the bed of the truck right there. And then we got water for a long time, you know, probably a week's worth of water, something like that, for the trailer, for drinking, for showering, all that stuff. You know, not a lot of showering. We're at Black Bart's RV park here. It's a cool RV park. I'm not sure how much they charge, but it's only $5 to get water here. And they're always really nice here. I've only ever gotten water here, but you can also pay them a few bucks. I think it's $8 to dump your tanks. There is a free place to dump your tanks in Flagstaff, which is what I use. I'm just trying to save the $8. But I haven't found a good place to get water except here. And it's good water. Like, it tastes great. Like, it's really good quality water. And last time I was here, she said, you know, if you come here and we're not in the office, or it's after hours, you can come after hours, then you can just put the $5 in the drop box. There's a little drop box. So I did that just now because there was nobody in the office. I think you can do that for the dump too if you want to use the dump. They used to have a sign that gave you the rules. I didn't see the sign this time. My setup for collecting water when I don't have the trailer with me is I got these 6-gallon jugs here. This is an older version. These are the new Igloo versions. So 6 gallons, I carry 4 of these. Plus I carry a handful of these just so I have really easy to access water. And these are just Arizona jugs. And you know, so you can get the Arizona iced tea for like $3.50 at Walmart. And then you get this jug. And the jugs have lasted me for at least a year so far. None of them have ever broken. I'm trying to listen to the water so I don't overflow it. That was close. This valve I got here is just a Camco RV fill valve for your hose. And when you're doing drinking water, you want to use one of these white drinking water safe hoses. But I'll put a link to this adapter, this valve, down in the description below, so you can click on that, and that helps us out. Even if you don't buy anything, it still helps us out. But if you do buy it, then we get a little commission from that. And that doesn't cost you anything. So it's just a way you can kind of help the channel if you want. But I like to pass on, you know, products that I really like to, especially to people who are new to the idea of RVing or living in your van, living out on the road. Because there's certain things that just make it so much easier. And this thing, it's only like $8 or $9, and it's awesome. I love this thing. Actually, one of the subscribers sent this to me. I always point that out whenever I use this because it's so awesome that you sent this to me. And I mean, I use it all the time. I'll put a link to these jugs on Amazon down in the description below too. These are good ones. I really do like them. They fit in my setup really well. You can get smaller 5-gallon ones, and they have some that are cube shaped, so it kind of depends on what you're going to use it for. These ones are not good for laying down on their side. They have to be upright. And like I said, in my system, you can see I have them laid out here right in the center of the truck and above or in front of the rear axle, so they're kind of centered in the truck because they do get heavy. You know, they're 50 pounds a piece when they're full, so that's 200 pounds of water right there. I just wanted to give a shout out to Black Bart's RV because they're always super nice inside there. They're really friendly. So I imagine if you stayed here, you'd have a really good experience. They do have a couple dumpsters here for the RV park. And I haven't asked if it's okay if I throw a little bit of my garbage in there. What I do is I have this orange Home Depot bucket in here. It takes me about probably a week or more to fill up this bucket with trash. The water here is, you know, it kind of sucks having to pay $5, but it's good quality water. And right now it's the only place in Flagstaff I know of to get water at that price. There is a free dump at, I can't remember the name of the gas station, but you can find it on iOverlander. I always fill up my tank there with gas, you know, as a thank you, you know, for letting me use their dump there. But it's a decent little dump station. I have seen people collect water there, but it's water right at the dump, so it's probably, you know, I don't like to do that. I don't like to get water if it's accessible right at the dump, because people will use that flowing water to wash out their tanks, and so you don't know how clean the spigot is, or if there's some sort of backwash into the spigot itself. And there's no sign there that says if it's potable or not. So I personally stay away from that as far as for drinking water. Okay, I just saw the lady come back into the office, so I'm gonna fill up my water here, and then I'm gonna go inside and make sure she got my $5, and I'll ask her about the garbage and the dump. You guys, seriously, come to Black Bart's. They're very, very nice in there. She said you can come dump your rig here anytime, even if they're not in the office. After hours is fine. It's $8. You just put your money in the box there, and then you just dump at one of the sites that aren't being used. I would recommend finding, a site that's has a few empty sites next to it, just so you don't disturb other people that are camped here. And I asked her about the dumpsters, because they got 2 dumpsters right here, right next to where you get the water. She said it's fine to use the dumpsters. She said as long as you don't have a couch, as long as you're not throwing out something really big and insane, So I just had like 3 little grocery bags, like Walmart shopping bags full of trash. And so I just threw it right there in the dumpster. So now I'm completely loaded up on water. I got all my garbage is dumped. Now I do have a pretty full black tank back up in the woods in my trailer. So right now I'm kind of negotiating with myself, like, how much longer can I stay? There's a 2-week limit, and so I don't want to, stay longer, but I do want to stay as long as possible because I really love this area. I think in a few days I'll come back down out of the mountains. I'll dump my tanks at the free place. I might fill up on water here. It's a possibility. And then I'll head west of Flagstaff, and I'm going to do some camping there, which is one of my favorite spots. It's actually a really cool place to camp. So this place is cool because there's a cave, and I did some cave videos last time I was here last year, and I'll link to those down in the description. And they're awesome videos. I loved going into the cave. I didn't take the dogs because they're not allowed, but I love that cave. So if you want to see me go into a cave, and it was the first time I went in, like, I was scared. I was legitimately scared. So it's kind of fun. It's kind of a fun adventure. But those videos didn't do very well for whatever reason. I don't know why. They're some of my favorite videos. All right, we're off to the Walmart. See, I'll show you some of the rigs that are in here. There's all kinds. There are some, there's definitely people that live here too, like long term. You can just tell that because the rigs are a little bit older and they got more furniture and stuff set up. But something like that, I mean, I have no idea how much that costs, but I mean, that's a full-size, high-rise bus right there. And then you got really nice fifth wheels. Here's another motorhome. This is kind of a smaller size motorhome, but it's a big one, but it's not a gigantic one. It's kind of a cool size. Then a lot of rigs down there. I want you to just see the sign, just so you know exactly where I'm at here. I've been coming to Walmart a little bit more than I usually do. The pickup people will come right out that door. See, I parked right here, so they just come right here and bring me all my groceries. The reason I've been coming here more, like usually I'll come here every 2 weeks, something like that, is about how often I get groceries. Sometimes I can go 3 weeks without getting groceries. But I needed to come into town basically because I kind of needed water, but I'm hoping to pick up the package today for Echo, his GPS collar. And so because the package is coming in, then I figured I might as well get groceries at the same time and fill up on water. So I'm just kind of, consolidating those errands. It's hard, like, talking on YouTube. Like, I try not to show everything I do because I like to just do things my own way and efficiently and everything. But I know a lot of you want to see, like, how things get done for different people. And this is how I do it. This is how the dogs and I do it. Just like this. Gives you some ideas of how maybe you want to do things if you're just going out camping just for a couple weeks, or you're going to go travel for a month or two, or you want to try like full-time van life or full-time RV life, then you see how we do it. And so I'm trying to show as much of it as I can, really. And I'm picking up something here at Walmart that you're gonna think is really funny, because I'm really excited about it, but it's like such a small, seemingly insignificant thing, but it's something I've been really wanting. So I'll show that to you once we get back at the trailer, and you'll probably have a good laugh at how excited I am to get this. It's noisy here, and it's fairly busy too. The cool thing is, I don't have to go inside the store at all. I just sit out here in the truck. I had to wait here probably 8 minutes, and they bring my groceries out. You can see all the stuff I got in here. I need to come up with a better way to do this, but I'm just pretty quick and dirty, like pretty fast. So I just kind of wrap my frozen stuff in the this reflector, and then I just throw everything else right here, right in front of Dodger. And they don't eat it, sometimes I have to, like I'm gonna go pick up a package right now. That package came in, so I'm excited about that. And the dogs won't mess with my food as long as I'm not gone for too long. The bummer thing is, and this does happen sometimes when you do the pickup, is the item that I was excited about, he's like, oh yeah, they substituted it with something else, which means they didn't have it in stock. So they had to substitute it with something that was similar, but it wasn't close enough to what I wanted. So, and it was a few bucks more too. So I rejected it. And it's really easy to reject stuff when you pick it up right here. You can examine it, and if you don't like it, you can just give it to the person and they'll deduct it from your account right away. You'll have to wait for another video, and I'll have to wait till I get it. It's a silly thing, but the good thing is we're gonna go pick up a package right now from, it's a package pickup counter for Amazon. It's a wireless store, and you just pull in there and you go inside and you pick up your package, and it doesn't cost you anything. And that makes it easy for when you're on the road. Sometimes you can use the lockers. Sometimes it's easier to use the pickup counter, depending on the size of the product. It all varies. It's a little bit awkward to find the right place to pick it up in town, near where you're camped. But in this case, it worked really good. This place is pretty much right on the way, so we'll just pull in there. I'll walk in and I show them a barcode on my phone, and then I can pick up Echo's new GPS collar. This guy is not going to get away from us anymore. I'm pretty excited about that. What do you think?